Hello, beautiful people. I hope y'all having a beautiful life. So I was sitting up here thinking, and I was just thinking about, I just looked at this video about this mother who work a lot of hours, who work at Burger King. She had 3 kids, and she's a customer basically put her on camera because she was working hard, running a store, trying to do the drive-through, all of that stuff. And what came to my mind was, this is a promise I'm gonna make to people. If I ever become rich, I can't save the whole world. I cannot. I'm only one person, and that's it. But what I do promise is that, one, I would do my very best to help you, for the people who God tell me to bless. Because again, like I said in my old video, I have blessed people and my blessing didn't go far because they didn't appreciate it. And I don't want to continue to blessing people who don't appreciate the blessing. Because you want your blessing to go far. You want it to change people's life for the better. But I promise I'm going to do things in the world to help others who are in need. If I was the president, I promise I would make sure everybody had money. Every household, it would be equal. The rich people would be pissed off at me that don't want to give, because everybody will have the same amount of money, meaning everybody has the same amount of money in their household. Or if you rich, you got to give a certain amount of money towards the government so it can be spread out amongst people who don't have, or who don't have the education, or who don't have the capability, or whatever. But I would, if I was the president and I was ruling the world, I'm going to be honest with you. The stores would not have anything synthetic in it. I would want us to live off the land completely, like plants, real seeds, nothing modified, organic, meaning it's nothing in it, nothing, how they putting all this shit in stuff now. You can't even put a damn seed in the ground and know that it's like a real seed, it's from the earth, But if I was the president, I would make every home with a garden, or have a greenhouse with vegetables and fruits. And I'm gonna say this. I know a lot of people eat meat and stuff like that. I wouldn't do the meat thing. I know people used to eating meat, and people like to hunt, which sometimes makes my heart sad, because some animals just mind their own business. And then people be saying, oh, we got to kill them off because of population. Well, go, fix them. Like y'all fix cats and dogs, spade and neuter and all of that. If you don't want the population to keep on going or something, I don't know, to not let them extinct, there's a way to figure that out, instead of, killing animals who just want to enjoy the world like we do, who want to run in the woods and live their life. I don't know. People have their own perspective. I can't change the world. Meaning I can't make people do what I believe that should be done. I can only do what I can do. But if I could do something, I'll make sure everybody have gardens in their yards, and they'll live their life from, these fresh fruits and vegetables. I would be eat fish, create a pond and stuff where people could get their fish, and be able to cook it, and it can multiply, I would probably have me a deer as a pet, you know what I'm saying? something like that, horses and stuff, like as pets. I would ride them if I knew how, just to let them be free and for me to feel the freedom and how fast they go to experience their energy and how they move. And I would probably admire and be intrigued by that, but not like wanting to. I wouldn't want to like take them from being free, because being free is a beautiful thing to me, I would make sure everybody have a house. Now, everybody who possibly on drugs or something like that, they would have to heal. They would have to, if they really want their life to be better, they would have to go into a program. I would create certain things where it could help them. I would try to help fix the sore instead of just keeping the wound open and saying, oh, here goes a house and here goes your best life and here goes some money, and you don't ever have to like work again. All you have to do is practice healing on yourself and be your best self. I just feel like, like with hospitals and doctors, you always get a medication to patch up the problem, but not actually fix the root of the problem when you have to go into the root to fix the issue. I would definitely, whatever situation somebody's going through, whatever situation someone's going through, I would definitely fix that first. I would fix that first. I would help them heal that. Because I do believe that people who do drugs and stuff like that, that they are suffering from some type of trauma. Like, I don't think that people just one day get up and go, my life is beautiful, let me go do some drugs. Let me go do some drugs and go get high. I don't believe that people who fall into crime and just be like, yeah, I want to be a bad person, I just want to do this stuff, I want to. Maybe after they get into it, it's exciting, but what's the root? Did you have a father in the home? Did somebody help guide you? Did someone care about you enough to care about you enough? Did somebody teach you right from wrong? Did somebody show you other ways to make money? Like, it's all kinds of reasons why people do stuff. So I would want to fix that first, but they would have to want it. I would not force it on them. They would have to want it, and I would know if I'm being played. Because there are certain things I will set up in place where you ain't got no choice but to get through this and do this in order for you to get that. And you have to stick with it. Because once you don't stick with it, we need to reassess the issue and find out what you still need healing, with. And we need to put you back wherever you was, or do something better to help you heal that thing. You feel what I'm saying? Because then, a lot of people like to hustle people and play mind games, like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to just get this house and this money instead. And then I'm going to go back and do selling the drugs and do it. No, nigga. No, you're not. We're not doing that. We going to be kings and queens in that piece. We not going to continue to be called niggas. And niggas is really just an ignorant person. And you could be any color. Then that's real. But, black people are always identified as niggas. And niggas is just an ignorant person. Stop being ignorant. Get this here knowledge, right? Then you won't be no nigga. Even if you black, white, Asian, whatever. Because, again, nigga, it really means ignorant. Even though they changed the definition in the dictionary. It used to say an ignorant person. Now I say black people. Y'all find out who get the privilege to put those words and the meanings in the Bible. I mean, not in the Bible, in the dictionary. Y'all find it out. Now, and you will know who get against you. Find out who. If you go with that word and find out who changed it, or who even put it in there, because it was changed, you will find out the top person part of racism. You'll connect that. That person got racism in their heart so deep and bad. It's pathetic. It's deep. It's deep. These words that be put in the dictionary come from people, sometimes celebrities. Do research. Anyway, I ain't trying to get sidetracked. But I will help people. And I will first start off with getting the homeless off the street. But again, you gotta want to do better. You're not gonna come up in there thinking, you're gonna just sit around, drinking, being abusive to your partner, whatever, doing the most. No. If you don't want better for yourself, why should I bend myself over backwards to help you? If you don't want to help yourself, no, it's not gonna just be given to you. I ain't shit been given to me. I didn't have to work hard for everything I got. Everything. I used to do nothing but labor work. I used to do masculine work, laboring work, to the point where one time my arms were so huge, like a guy, and my arms were so strong. But since I lost weight, now they flabby as fuck, and I ain't doing shit because my mind thinks differently, and I don't want to talk about that. But anyway, I would. I definitely would. I would. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, depending on, we talking about the United States. So I would depending on how many people you have in your household. So basically everything would be provided to you in the sense of you got a garden in the back of your house and stuff like that, or, greenhouse and stuff like that. If you don't breastfeed, milk would be provided. I mean, even they have WIC programs and stuff like that. But it wouldn't have nothing in it bad. It wouldn't have no, stuff to make your hormones messed up, your child grow up having hair on their face or whatever. I find in these products, it wouldn't have any of that. Your baby could grow up naturally and healthy as much as it can, I would make sure, everything that you need as far as food and stuff is concerned, you good. I would have a cutoff limit of how much money I will give to each household. It will depend on how many kids you have. But after a certain amount of children, it will cut off, I'm being honest. Because the way I look at it is, if you are healing and you can't take care of your children for whatever reason, you need to heal. Because if you can't take care of your children, why are you constantly giving your sacred body away? Why? And you already know you're struggling. You already know you financially struggling. Let's say you got 3 kids, but you keep on getting pregnant. Okay, so we need to get to the root of that. Or you have to go get an abortion. I will fix the abortion system. You would have to go through a program to heal first. So you can learn how beautiful your body is, your temple. It would be so many different things in so many areas that I will work on to make this world a better place. But like I said, I'm only one person. I can only do what I can do. I would not kill myself. And for those who want to play me, the moment I catch you got to go. It is what it is. Then I'll put it out there. I'll be very strong in my words and what I say. If you don't want to help yourself, then I'm not helping you. If you coming up in here trying to hustle, play games, mess over my system, you got to go. Because I don't have time for that. And you can be pissed off, mad at yourself for trying to play somebody. Do the damn work. Heal yourself. And you can see life in a different perspective. That's how I look at it. But I think the root of my program would be healing. Because it starts with that. Because, again, everybody in this world got some type of trauma they're dealing with. Whether they had no guidance. Y'all know the situation. Y'all know the traumas. Y'all know the plethora of traumas that a person can experience to cause them to be and act and behave and do and think the way they are. I've been there. That's how I can say it. Shit. I've been there. I done thought all kind of shit in my head. But I chose to change my life. I done did shit. I chose to change my life. So it wouldn't be no, you ain't never been through. Well, I ain't never been through what? Let's go down the list, because I'm quite sure if you name some shit, I probably done did it, thought it, experienced it. I'm quite sure. And I'm not saying that my story is more dramatic or traumatizing than yours, but a lot of shit I went through since a child was hard as fuck. It was traumatizing. And I've been going through that since a child. So don't think that I can't relate to you or understand what you're going through. Because I do. I do. But it's up to you to make the change. I cannot force you to be better. I can't force you to be better. It was up to me. You gonna be better. What I said, but I can't do that. I can't make you do nothing you don't want to do. Shit. I tried that with somebody, that shit didn't work. Kept trying. Look, I'm trying to show you my way. Look, I'm trying to show you. You can't do that. You cannot force anyone to do better. And a lot of y'all, let me tell y'all, Lord, can I say what I was thinking earlier about? I see God walking and pacing back and forward, like thinking, not now. Okay. All right, because I asked this like the second time I asked. He told me that no first time, and I just need to ask again, because I get passionate. Like sometimes, y'all, let me say this about myself. Sometimes when it seems like I'm mad, I'm not. Sometimes my passion, and I don't even really be angry, like, or mad. I be mad, but a lot of it is passion. You can see my passion. If you see me or get to know me, you'll be able to distinguish my passion from my anger or madness. It's a difference. Yeah. So I would. I have this thing in my head, like this whole beautiful dream that I would love to do to help the world be better. And I don't think it's easy, but I get so sad. I saw this video with these homeless people laying on the street. This one lady was wrapped in a plastic bag to cover her stuff as a blanket. And I know all homeless people are not the greatest people, and sometimes when you give to them, they don't appreciate it, because I've experienced that. But they're not all bad. And some of them do want to change and get off the street. And some of them ain't on the street because they want to be on the street. Some of them don't have nobody. Some of them have lost their jobs. Some of them, their family have turned their back on them. Some of them lost their house. It be all kind of reasons. They not all bad. Everybody in the world ain't all bad. And I be wanting to help people. Like, I be wanting to help the babies who had trauma, that grow up as adults and thinking people don't love them. And thinking this is their life. That's it. I be wanting to help the babies that been traumatized and touched on. Because I understand. I get it. And it's always been my heart, but it seems like every time I try to be the kind me, I get fucked over so bad. Because my heart really just want to help people in the world be better. But every time I try to be kind and show my heart, I get fucked over so bad. And I have to be tough and say fuck a lot of people. Because when I gave my heart and I tried to help you, you stabbed me constantly over and over and over again. When I was relatable to you in your situation, your childhood traumas and all that, ready to fight for you, all kind of stuff, you was never with me. I'm fighting for you and you ain't even fighting for yourself. You still on the side of the people who fucking fighting against me that I'm fighting for you. How the fuck that happens? Where they do that at? Where they do that at? I don't know how to fight for anybody else anymore. I know how to fight for myself. And I know how to help others who really want the help. A lot of y'all living with shame inside of y'all for things that y'all have experienced and thought. But y'all don't be wanting to change. But you still allow all of that trauma to plague your mind. But you don't want to fix it so that you can have peace. And that's your life. I no longer want to be that traumatized little girl, teenager, or adult. I want to stand in a world that's so cruel and speak my voice and say how I feel. And if a man disrespect me, I want to tell him, don't motherfucking put your hands on me, motherfucker. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. And if the little girl in me could have been strong enough to say it, I would have said, don't touch me. But she did. She stood up for herself one time. I'm so proud of her. I really am sorry what anybody has ever done to anybody. And I'm talking to the adult, the child and the adult. And even if a child hears this, I'm sorry, baby. Some of these adults can be cruel because they're not healed. And you did not deserve it. And I'm so sorry. If I can erase your pain and they make you never feel or think that or see that or experience that again, I would just snap my hand and it'd be gone. And I would remove that person out of your life and tell them to go heal. But unfortunately, that's not a world that we live in. It's not. There's good and evil. And most people pick evil. My beautiful people, it's never too late to heal your traumas and change your life and forgive yourself. Whatever is plaguing you, whatever someone did to you that tarnished the inside of you, it's not too late to heal it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I love y'all. Bye.